Frank Seppi, Don Saladino, Arash Rabah, Sleeveless, Muslim Fitness Live. We just decided we're training
Somebody didn't get the memo.
Sleeveless!
Somebody didn't get the memo.
We do have that Metallica shirt where you can cut it for me.
I have a semi-sleeveless underneath.
Semi-sleeveless, alright.
Shoulders, arms, too. It's like my leg.
So, as usual, we have nothing prepared because...
That's the best way to train.
Exactly.
We've laid out a fully detailed periodized program. We were up all night. Three of us did a three-way call to lay out every single detail.
45 minutes, should we train unilaterally? Should we not?
Yeah.
Should we do compound?
Warm up. Warm up is really.
We're doing shoulders. Listen, there's 85 billion different shoulder routines. So if you don't like this one, maybe you'll like another one when we get out with it.
You don't like
there are a lot of different ones. I know there's a lot of a lot of online trainers out there who not like our form, but stick with us.
Who doesn't like our form?
We have about 120 years of training.
Who doesn't like our form? Our form's flawless.
User 97 from Guam said that your form's
Oh, I was actually laughing. Someone did say that we were using the arm blaster with my buddy Ed, and the guy turned around and he was like, "Well, I hate to see the mobility or how your shoulders do some PT." And then I was curious. I went to his feed and I saw that he fights BJJ.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, okay, dude, like your shoulders are probably well worse off from doing all that crap.
Do you think there's a right way to do everything? Like, do you think there's a perfect way of doing form?
I think there's a perfect way for me to do it for my body. But, we got blasted for landmines, doing a landmine. But listen, do what's right for you.
In the strength and conditioning world, I've never met anyone who would blast a landmine press. It's actually one of the more efficient ways to press a weight overhead.
And guess what? I think we should do them again today.
Let's start.
That's how I feel about it. Let's start up. We have a great dumbbell rack here. Want to show some dumbbells?
Do you want to do that?
He's our special guest, Arash. Rabah, everybody knows him from us.
Let's have Arash pick the first one. Arash, pick the first one.
Yeah, how about that? We'll go.
I got a first on shoulder, so I'm going to follow you guys. You want to do dumbbell incline press? Slight incline?
Yeah, slight incline. Sure. We've been liking those a lot.
And this is good because now we got 3 people. We have a little bit of a rest.
If you don't like that bench, look.
Oh yeah, we got the new bench.
This is good, huh? Yeah. I did one.
I'm fine with whatever.
This is fine.
I'll start.
We'll start with the youngest. Who's the youngest?
Arash.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, he's 39.
Frank's actually 58. He's been lying about his age.
10
He looks
minutes
amazing.
ago. 10 minutes ago, he's 39.
Look at that. Started with 40s.
Oof. You starting?
Look at this. I still got the remnants of the cupping and acupuncture on my shoulder.
Frank's got a good tan. You got a very good tan.
I am transparent. I haven't gotten a tan in over a year.
Let's go. What's that thing with Larry David? Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Like,
He's so funny.
yeah, it's like, I'm colored porch.
How was my form?
It was very good. You know what? And
You got a lot to work on.
very strong. You got a lot to work on.
Why are you pressing?
See, now I won't do them like this because it'll kill my shoulder. Plus, I have a tear in my bicep, so I have to modify it.
How do you do it?
I have to turn it in.
Okay.
Yeah. And you
Yeah,
say
I
you're
think-
stretching out?
No, I think anytime when you're perfectly straight here on the bench or on shoulder press, you're putting your shoulder in a vulnerable position.
Absolutely.
And it makes you weaker. So anytime you come in here, the way you're talking about, gives you more power.
Definitely, like you said, look, I've done these a million different ways, and it's whatever works for me now. So now I have a bad elbow right now, and shoulder, so I go like this, kick it up. So I just come down like this.
Yeah.
That feels better with my little sore shoulder rips.
I really like the high incline though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big fan. More people need to be pressing from that angle. I think.
I actually should be doing like this too. I have a torn shoulder.
How's that feel when you were warming up there?
You know, lately my shoulder's been bothering me, so I'm going to get an MRI next week, and I'm possibly going to get a 10-jet procedure. I'm not sure about that, but it's like water blasting scar tissue. I don't know if it'll actually help me, but I'm going to Performance Health for that.
All right,
What do
cool.
you guys want to go to?
I'm gonna get a 10.
What do you want? You're gonna say between 10 and 15. I take it, right?
Yeah, I do like maybe something
Yeah,
like 20.
Yeah. I think I'm okay in there. Let's get a lot of blood in
10
there.
to 15?
Yeah.
Go 10 to 12. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Keep jumping
50s,
up.
look at this.
Keep jumping up 10s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that. Me and Don got the gum.
Ross bought the donuts. We're all set. We're all good.
I bought the donuts with Tone, and he's not here.
Tone probably consumes 600 calories a day.
If that.
Yeah. Tone will have like, when I met Tone, by 1 o'clock he would start his day off with a Snickers bar.
Which is funny, you would eat a whole box of Cinnamon Crunch before you train.
Oh, Pat?
Yeah.
No, after. He literally,
After?
he's actually put 22 pounds on
He
in the
looks
last
good. His traps are
22
crazy.
weeks.
You know how much I put on this week?
How much?
Just like eating and showing up to the gym 10 pounds.
Wow.
Not even purposely.
It's really nice. Your friend's starting to look like Pat, like Hawk from the rest of his traps are coming out of his ears.
Jesus.
He's got really good traps.
Dr. Pat Davidson.
Dr. Pat, shout out, good traps.
Did your shoulder hurt you?
No. I just feel it pulling, as you can see. So,
Dr. Pat's put on 22 pounds in 22 weeks. He literally, like, we were doing some Olympic lifting, and I was laughing the other day because we were doing, we do ollie lifting on Thursday to kind of start like a warm up, and he couldn't even catch him in the clean position anymore.
Wow.
He had to catch it underneath his chin.
It's too big.
He's too big.
What's he weigh?
He's, I think he weighs 215 now, like 5'8".
oh wow.
He's probably got 13-14% body fat.
Up by tens.
Monster.
Yeah, everybody's different. Look, I'm tall, carry a lot of weight. Last Christmas I started eating, I was almost 260 pounds.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
weigh?
this was the past one. 230. 32. Went to hot yoga last night. By the way, you're gonna miss the hot yoga class.
Thanks for waiting for me. You gotta do it when I'm away.
Sorry.
Alright, when is
That's
it?
the only date she had. She did. You'll come back.
I'll come back.
Do a hot Pilates class. The 22nd. I had the 15th or the 22nd.
I'm gone both days. 15th is my birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
45. Catching you.
45.
So that is that me? Or you?
You.
Thank you.
You look great.
Thank you so much.
But you will be back. We have some really cool stuff that we're doing.
How old are you?
50.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I just turned 50. That was my big TikTok video. How old are you? 50? You got 10,000 comments from. No. Really?
The best part is Frank's single now. And his ladies, he's taking reservations.
That's a Sadiq.
He's
Sadiq
taking
goes,
reservations, ladies.
Sadiq goes on, he goes, I'm only here. He goes on my TikTok, he goes, I'm only here for the comments.
Yes. Frank's taking, we set up for Frank a Calendly. One of those schedules that you can just go on and book an appointment, date with him.
Is he single now?
What's that?
Single?
No, I'm just thinking about it. I'm gonna get him in trouble with his girlfriend.
I am divorced.
Nice, come on.
And he can use some companionship. He's, right now, he's,
How many?
ladies, he could use some.
He's got us in the box of munchkins. He's good.
All I need, like the jerk, right? All I need is
That's the best.
Post workout. Oh, Toad's here.
No way. The gang's all here.
No more F-bombs.
no more F-bombs.
No more F-bombs for Tone.
Like Lee Haney
Get
said.
my wife on camera because she gets so
No, I
embarrassed
like
when she
Lee
walks in.
Haney
Get
so
her.
much.
Okay.
Look, get Mel on camera. Mel, you're on Muscle and Fitness thing now. Say hi.
Hi.
No escaping.
How are you?
Keep turning because I have to do you. Okay.
Hey, sorry, I don't have my hand cream.
It's okay. Alright.
Frank brought in munchkins.
There we go.
Donnie, want some munchkins?
70, going up by 10s.
Donnie.
These are real workouts real time. This is what really happens when it's not edited. You see these YouTube videos, it's all edited and they're, it's not how it
I
is.
got his appointment.
These are real workouts. People
Love you
have
guys.
conversations.
Donnie, good luck. Iron Fist this year.
on the floor.
But yet, you know, you put yourself in that set for 30 seconds or whatever it is. Put yourself in the right frame of mind.
Thanks,
Now you
Daddy.
fool around and mess up everybody
Thanks,
else.
Daddy.
That's what I was notorious for. During my bodybuilding days, especially for competing, I had a flatulence problem during that for a while, and then you just like dropping bombs as you're training. But you're too big, 300 pounds. No one's gonna say anything to you because you're 300 pounds.
Nice, come on. Easy.
That was from that. Remember that thing? Orange Ruffy?
Oh my god.
Oof.
Oh, with the fish?
You poop diamonds.
Yeah.
You poop the oil.
Cutler made that stuff popular.
Yeah. Orange Ruffy.
He said he ate orange Ruffy in the video and everyone went out.
Oh yeah.
It was like Ronnie. Remember when Ronnie did that video of the day of eating and he used that KC masterpiece? Everyone went nuts. Next thing you know, people are buying KC masterpiece in bulk from Costco.
Chad's clients, like Kamali and everyone else, was like, how come Ronnie has masterpiece barbecue sauce?
Because you're Ronnie.
Yeah, that's basically the answer.
Somebody, I was on Golf Channel the other day and they asked me a question about Tiger Woods. And like, if Tiger came in to sit with you, what advice would you give him? I'm like, nothing. He's Tiger Woods. I'm not giving him any advice.
Listen, if Bruce Lee ate salmon, doesn't mean I'm gonna be as good as Bruce Lee. It means nothing.
Did he?
I don't know.
I'm eating salmon.
That video though would be like water. It was all over.
Ah, that's it.
It's great.
That's a good one. That's great.
We started at 50, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
This is where Ross starts reading bye-bye to me.
And they
I figured like,
check out my shirt, Saladino.
I gotta give him a barn one. I got the barn logo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You should put a barn and put Tone's face on a cow, mine on a pig, yours on a chicken.
That's funny.
The barn.
Tone's gonna roll with us.
You
Tone,
wouldn't
how you
barn.
I'm gonna go over here with the girl section. I'm going over here in the
Come
girl
on.
What do
section.
you mean the girl section? Somebody girls are powerful.
Easy, let's go.
Look at this.
I didn't say I wasn't powerful. I just said I wasn't going to the girl section.
That's true. You did say that. You should be a lawyer
Come on.
or a politician.
Nice.
Okay.
What's the money
Oh,
thing,
one
by
sec.
the way?
I got you.
Come on.
They're over there.
I got
Let's
you.
go.
Thank you, brother.
You got it. Nice. Let's go. You can't spell success without saying Saladino. Is it?
Jenna.
You can't spell salamander.
I got you, Jen. Jennifer. I would say Jennifer asked, "What is the benefit of using a neutral grip?"
Well, for Frank, the reason he's doing the neutral grip is because he has a torn bicep and he has a torn shoulder.
See, look, I have a problem getting this thing. Well,
It puts his shoulder in a safer position. Whenever your arms are fully out like this on a shoulder press or a bench press, it's putting your shoulder in a little bit of a dangerous position. Also, you have more power when your elbows come and tuck in here. So even on a bench press, if you guys see, when you bring your elbows here, it puts your shoulder in a safer position and it gives you more power. Same thing with the shoulder press. You don't want to be all the way back here. Slightly forward is a nice spot to be in. Now, Frank is doing these because of his shoulder. He has a shoulder injury, and so do I. That being said, even if you don't have a shoulder injury, you can try these. They're called hammer presses.
let's go.
I like them.
You're
It's
right.
also, once that elbow comes back, you're forcing yourself to have to really externally rotate that shoulder. And for some people that maybe are lacking in shoulder mobility or even thoracic extension, you're really struggling to get in that position. And what's going to happen now? You've got to compensate by arching your lower back, right? So, that's going to cause a lot of grinding on that lumbar spine. So that's why we're going on the angle right now. And
We started with 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, going up 10-pound increments. And now we're going to do a high route set with 40 pounds. We cut the last weight in
what's up,
half.
buddy?
Here we go.
Sweet. We got some good questions already. Mike.
Arash is going to pump it out.
It's 15.
15, this is actually 6 set.
Got some blood in there right now.
Yeah, this is a good pump set.
Yeah.
Arash is going for the Guinness Book of World Records and reps.
No, that was yesterday's leg workout.
100 something reps.
We did 110 reps.
I always like doing a high rep set on the compound movements at the end.
I like it.
Or drops.
I like drops.
Yeah, too.
One thing you gotta pay attention to is we're on a slight incline, but we won't do this with our back like Don was talking about. You want to keep that back flat because if you do the slight incline and then you arch your back, you're pretty much on an incline. You're going to be doing more of your upper chest.
And here's another way of doing shoulder press. Check out Tone.
I'm doing 15.
Ross, what'd you get?
20 plus. I did 30.
I do 5 of these, 5 of 5 on the press.
Hey,
I don't go as heavy. I don't go as heavy as you guys.
Yeah,
you know?
you do. You just say that.
I know, you're powerful.
Pound for pounds.
You say when it's comfortable for you.
Okay?
Like when I say I'm 50.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's all. I feel you.
I can't do that.
10. Come on.
Come on, Don.
Breathe. 9, 8. Come on.
Come on. There used to be a guy who's got Arnold Classic.
5 more.
He was really skinny.
5.
He used to pump out reps
Come on.
in a booth. No one could match his reps. I don't know how he did it. Take a circus trick.
Nice. Last one. Good.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'd like to do 30, but I'm 50.
You get 30? Yeah.
I like to do 30, but I'm 50.
So who we got?
1,
That blew me out.
3, 4.
What's up, Bulgaria? We got a hello from Bulgaria.
Guys, that's when having the training partner really helps. You know, it's like sometimes you're feeling that burn and you're committing mentally to 20. And the second I said that, he went, yeah, you're getting 30. And you don't want to let your training partner down. So just sometimes, Tone does that all the time. Frank does that all the time.
Well, he's very mental. If you yell at him, he'll do like 10 more. Show some love to Bulgaria.
Thank you, Bulgaria.
Nice, Frank. Easy.
Blagodaria.
Let's get going.
Yeah, Iron Fist.
Yeah, but I'm not doing what you're doing.
Are you ready? You should pump up. Go. Come on, Tone. Next movement. Just some sort of a side raise. You want to do a machine press?
I like to do a upright row eventually. I like those.
That's your shoulder. That's your shoulder.
Yeah.
Do that.
And a 1-arm dumbbell, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Let's do laterals first.
Let's go.
Sides.
Yeah.
Do you want to do hanging off the bench, or you want to do this for time's sake?
Time's sake, level. So yeah, just a level. Are you gonna start?
Light.
Yeah.
This is a heavy movement anyway, so.
You know what's funny? I've always felt like that my shoulders have lacked, and I think it
You
was
see
because,
that, but I don't see it.
well, I think because early on when I really got into training, I didn't really pay too much attention to that mind muscle connection with my shoulders. I'm just moving weight, and I think lately training with you guys has really, especially Tone, I mean, it's really helped me out because sometimes I like to go a little too heavy, right?
Yeah, just to go. Well,
Yeah.
One of your factors, big factors with Don Saladino is your expenditure. So we trained legs like madmen yesterday, record-breaking workout. You eat a ton, but then you play hockey this morning.
Yeah.
It's very active. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's
Oh, he's
bad.
going with side.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's going to dictate a lot of your recovery and your growth. He's either sprinting, doing classes, training with his clients alongside of them, playing hockey. So, you know.
I don't believe in going heavy on shoulders, guys.
While me and Frank are laying around eating donuts. You're right.
Well, that's good. We've gotten this a few times, but someone's asking, should I go more reps or heavier weight? We talked about this a little bit yesterday.
I'm more
mix it
reps.
up. Mix it up.
You should mix it up.
Mix it up. Heads up.
There you go.
I think
Muscle
shoulders is a
will
routine.
grow. Muscle will grow
Frank,
throughout
this
any
is
rep
the dream
range.
team today,
It's a
Frank.
big misconception when people think
Admit
they
it.
need to lift heavy to
This is the
grow.
dream team.
Hypertrophy
Nothing better than
occurs
this in my
when the
book.
muscles push
I feel like it's
to
the
or
holiday
close to
now.
failure.
I got a nice C4
So
on me.
it takes a lot more reps when you're going lighter. But I do recommend for beginners to work on strength, build that strength, build that foundation, and then, like Frank said, mix it up. But make sure you're training safely. Make sure you're warming up adequately and easing into it, not ego lifting. Lifting heavy doesn't mean you're, falling under the weight.
Gotta go 20-second questions. Go like this. High reps and low reps. Mix them into your workouts. They're both beneficial. One's not better than the other. There you go. Let's go.
I saw someone recently criticizing O'Hearn for something. And I was laughing. I was like,
People always criticize.
I'm like, this guy's how old is he? 52.
Yeah.
He's physically one of the strongest human beings on the planet. Mm-hmm. He doesn't get injured.
Nope.
He's always lean. He's always in shape. Like Mike.
O'Hearn.
And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, I would never
What's
in
up,
my
Mike?
right mind even I don't care if someone's right or wrong. He's been doing it since he's 12.
Mike and Frank have been doing this longer than
God.
everybody in the
Just
industry.
shut up and learn from these guys, you know?
Let's go, Mike. O'Hearn. Where's O'Hearn? When are we training, Mike? I got my ready for forearms. Forearms and what else? Doing forearms with O'Hearn.
With Mike? I did an arm workout with Mike once when he said he was taking the week off, and he started doing reverse grip, close grip benches with 315 for sets of 12, which is probably a Rosh you can do. But in all fairness, I mean, you're strong like that. Mike, I don't know what spaceship he flew in on, but.
So now after 15, I can turn to the side, just pump up, lean forward a little bit.
You showed me, Frank.
What's up, Germany? What's up, Ireland? Mexico, South Africa, welcome.
I know where donuts start hitting me in the head. Munchkins, I'm on a video and trying to be serious. I turned around and just started laughing. That was it. It was over. I'm like, all right.
Perfect form, see? Even with a bad shoulder, perfect form.
Ooh, each of you guys, what's your favorite band to work out to? If you had to choose a band.
Metallica. Megadeth. Metallica,
Or
Megadeth.
artist.
I'm a metal guy. I like metal.
Notorious B.I.G.
Dude, he's awesome. He's fantastic.
You know, you have to, every day I have a different, feel when I put music on. We were in here working out to Billy Joel when we were squatting.
Yeah. I wouldn't even hear it.
You're
Yesterday, Rosh put on Elton John in the gym.
You're a tiny dancer. You're a tiny dancer.
I'm like Frank. I like to mix it.
That's different, yeah.
I like mixing it up.
30s right there, is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
I went down.
Who's up next?
You! Look at that.
How many sets?
Now that's an expert in delaying his set.
How many sets?
We don't count, bro. We do volume. You know about volume?
Come on. Ask Don, do I know about volume? He gets mad at me.
It's alright, Tony. Like the standard question, like when someone goes, how many sets you got left? When I'm done, I'll let you know.
I was telling Don, my new dad. No, when I come in the gym, I don't come in the gym with a plan. No.
Right, yeah. Neither do I. No, I don't think any of us do.
I just come hit it.
Come with an outline.
I haven't had a plan in a while. I'm the one that kind of always snap out a plan. I've just been enjoying this. My body feels good.
What is this, Don?
Oh, it's a foam roller rack. I gotta find a storage. You gotta see the new treadmill I got in the middle.
And then a little.
That one?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's hamstrings new.
You can see no sight injections, nothing.
You get your
Is
friend.
that like a thing
You
now?
constantly gotta reassure him you ain't doing nothing, huh?
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Now you gotta let them have that, bro. Just let them have that.
It's sad. Back in the day when someone was in shape, nobody said anything. Now, if you have one bump in your abs,
Listen,
your arms, everyone's just
Somebody asked me today, they're like, well, about 4,000 people on TikTok. Are you on TRT? No. If I was, I would put it up with a spreadsheet. What my levels were and everything else. But I don't need it yet.
But the people
Yeah.
that are asking you TRT, they don't even know what TRT
No.
is. TRT is not low dose.
We were having a conversation yesterday about this, and Frank and I had it. I want to chime in on this. For you young trainees out there that are trying to put muscle on, at the end of the day, you can put all the science aside. You got to go in and hit it hard. You got to hit these compound lifts. And I think a lot of people I'm seeing, a lot of them are soft. They're afraid to go in. Like Frank,
Yeah.
when you were 300 pounds and you were benching 500 pounds for reps, or Rosh, I saw Rosh take 2 years off of benching. He comes into Bevs and he does 330 for a set of 10.
Yeah.
Or Tone being lighter than all of us and pound for pound the strongest one. It's like everyone lifted heavy at a certain point. Don't forget the importance of that.
Oh, yeah.
But how many people have you seen on TRT and on gear that don't
Who's up?
like
Listen,
anything?
You're up. 30 again? I'm going 30.
Listen, it was always back in the day when people were getting ready for spring break. Those guys would get ready for 12 weeks, they look all puffy and big, and then they would kind of evaporate after that. It's just, who cares?
The point is if you take it,
You
you don't take
train.
it, you still have to train hard.
Absolutely.
The bottom line is find out what works for you and stop worrying about other people.
Thank you.
What makes Frank big ain't gonna make you big.
Yeah, but guys, go hard, man. Don't
Go hard and go home.
hard.
Do you know how many days, it's so funny, you know how many
Go hard.
The other cameras, that's your cameras.
Hold on 1 sec. Oop, hold on, we might be back. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it's wrong.
1 sec.
It's the live Instagram. Sometimes it's glitchy.
Yeah, hold on, I think we might be back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the hearts.
We don't want to lose people.
What's this one like?
This is our TikTok. This is where we get all our
We do,
questions.
come on, Don.
Yo, we're gonna go down and do a rep set.
You back?
We done.
Hold on. Let me see.
I'll do a rep set, bro.
I'll do rep set.
Okay. Can you guys hear us? Do we have sound? Anybody? All good? Sweet. We're back. Okay.
Nice, Frank.
Sweet. Perfect. We only lost like 10 people. That's nice.
Nice.
Don't forget, check out Sadiq's new video on YouTube this week.
What's he have up?
We trained the other day. He did chest workout on my camp.
What's he prepping for?
Pittsburgh Pro.
Okay. So he's gonna start competing again and
Bench
get.
physique. Yeah. Not classic men's.
Oh, so he's moving back to.
He looks great. Yeah.
I like this physique on him the best.
His waist is tiny.
What's that?
You look good, Sadiq.
Good job, Steve.
Yeah, I like,
Listen,
I like the way he's looking.
at some point, if you don't lift heavy for your shoulders, you won't have big shoulders.
But you know what? Let me. I'm gonna give Sadiq some props there because he went from men's physique to classic. He gave it a go. He took a big risk and a big chance on something, right? And like that to me is like good for you, man. Like
Listen, if you don't try things,
you gotta, people are too afraid sometimes about the outcome. That was a very
you know, like look at what George Peterson did. You know, I mean, you gotta try. You know, look at all these other people, like you know, what Flex Lewis is gonna attempt to do. See how he does.
Oh, what's he? Is he changing?
Yeah, he's supposed to go to the open
It's been a
bodybuilding.
few years that he said it, but I guess he had some issues.
It's easy to make fun of people or to laugh at them if they, you know, fail.
But they're
What
living
are you
their best. They're living their best life.
Yeah, they're trying.
What are you doing, my friend?
We're doing a drop set.
Drop. Yeah, it's been drop. What do we stuff? You doing a drop or just a high rep set?
I'm doing a high rep set.
Yeah, 20s, 15s.
Yeah,
This is 50.
I'm grabbing.
This is 50. I just did 50 reps.
I'm gonna grab the 15s and just go.
Bro, there's a munchkin over there.
Don't get it.
I like the swag.
50 reps.
It's always like, what's that? Bruce the Barber beef kit. Cutting and strutting.
Damn, I feel it.
It was good.
50 reps of 15s, yeah.
I'm gonna feel that too.
Rosh is good. These are 20s. It's all good. Rosh, what's wrong with your shoulder?
It's torn.
It's what?
Torn.
Torn. Labrum?
Yeah.
Does this hurt you again?
So my nephew just had a surgery
I just had
That's
surgery
what I
too.
and he did a great job. Back to normal.
I don't know if I need surgery.
Dr. Dines.
Guy's awesome, right?
Dr. Joshua Dines. Hospital
Shout
special
out.
surgeon. Dr.
Yeah.
Dines. Did my knees. Thanks.
He was.
I refuse to get knee
How, did you tell me how long you got in commission when you got your knee done?
surgery. Dr. Dines said I'm the worst patient he ever had.
Wow.
Because I put up a video in my backyard squatting, doing bands the day after my surgery. I said, you said I could train. He's like, not the next day.
Did you see that movie West Side versus the World?
No.
Watch this Louis Simmons documentary on West Side Barbell. And Louis was talking about when he had knee surgery done. And he literally left the hospital. He went in and he started like box squatting.
Yeah.
He looks down his knees, there's blood coming out of his
You know, I wouldn't take any of the painkillers. I wouldn't take any of them afterwards. And I did my own therapy and everything else. The reason I didn't get surgery for my knees is I had a friend who was working in a nightclub as a bouncer, big guy, went for knee surgery, died. So I put it off. I'm like, that guy was healthy, went in. In my mind, I always had that block.
You
And
don't
then-
know he was healthy.
I know, you know how, but you know. I thought it was like a sign. You know what I mean? So I waited too long. How many?
He's doing
200 reps. Look.
You just gotta show off, huh?
So he did 50. Tony did 50.
He
Did the, what kind of walk is Arash gonna do? Tone had the strut at the 50. I'm gonna have to grab the 5s and do 107. gonna have to get a second dumbbell rack.
We need more.
See, you know what the problem is? Even if I would have did 75, they're going to try to do 85 now.
You know what?
It doesn't matter.
No.
I'll make you feel good.
I'll do that. That's first of all, that's 100. Second of all,
If I would have did 75, they definitely shooting for 100.
And he did.
yeah.
And he did 50.
I only did that because of him.
Yeah, but he did 50 with 15. You did 50, 100 with 20. I'll do 49. Oh God.
Where you at, Don?
37.
Come on. Where's your wrist?
Put yourself in a happy place. Right now, I'm at Dunkin' Donuts.
Frank always looks like he's cheating because it was always so easy for him.
How many is that?
It's 25.
Any more
You
questions?
just got to do more, huh?
I'm looking at nothing yet.
You just got to do more.
Other than someone asking if we're doing pantsless Thursdays after sleeveless Tuesdays.
Pantsless Thursday. Frank.
Yeah.
So since you do sleeveless Tuesdays, you're doing pantsless Thursday? Be careful what you wish for.
You know, ooh, might be something to that. I did 48. I did 48.
What's up, man?
Okay, we gotta do a front. We gotta do. You can't do uprights, right? Because you're.
Yeah, I was thinking do.
What about right now?
If you want to do upright, do it. I do.
We can do a rear delt. We can do.
No. So many different exercises.
You ever do laying on an incline with various stuff?
We want to do front.
Whatever you want.
What are we? I'm really good at combat front. We just do a front raise or
Going
something.
to the Jordan shower, you have to do front, you do sides.
Or front
Do
front
you
press.
agree that the front also exercise out unless you turn?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you work your front more doing bench presses than anything else, or any other certain presses. So
I agree with that. And we're not going heavy enough right now over there.
I've done these before, or here.
Yeah, we can do those.
yeah.
I'm fine. That's one I can help you. You got some out there?
Let's see how that works.
All right.
See right in between, right here.
I can bring this up higher if you want.
No,
Here.
So right here, right here. I have two protruding discs. Right here, here, and here. 3 more. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's go light.
My delts are.
So smack down in the middle of my back.
Are you going wide? You going out to the side? Like China?
Right here.
Yeah,
Not
a
so
little bit.
much this side.
Like this?
Good.
That's
No,
no, more further in front.
My
More
fists
further.
are
Yeah,
facing-
yeah.
I'm still burning.
From that sideways, yeah.
Let me try a little leg brush.
Someone asked, what do you guys think is the most effective shoulder exercise?
Frank.
Press.
That's like
I think press.
Yeah.
I think press is the meat and bones, like what Frank
Frank, I
said.
would stand up.
Yeah, no.
So, but look, Frank, you see how my legs are straight?
Yeah.
I would just stand up here.
I didn't answer the question.
You know what I'm saying?
So
No, that's fine. Just what I would do is, I would literally look. See how I'm standing up? See how my chest is, and my legs are straight?
My Adidas won't let me put my.
Lock your legs up.
Let me get this.
So no, even
Nope.
get higher up on the bench. Higher. Yeah, exactly. That. Yeah. How's that feel? Ready for
I
us?
was going out to the wide though, man. I thought you said come in.
That's exactly what you were doing the last set.
Variability. That's what we want.
He's going based on feel. I'm a little bit more front.
I'll go a little more
See,
front.
I got this problem with my back,
Yeah,
so I
you
can only
know
go
that.
up so much.
There we
Because
go.
of my back.
That's another
Right
factor,
there.
like what I was saying about form in the beginning. Like
That's why I
my
do a lot of
form changes
partials
over the
too.
years.
Yeah.
I'm using that weight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why I go partials.
I'll use that too.
Look at this. That's how you tie your shoes.
What just happened?
There you go. You lost
Here
your
we
bench.
go. We're back.
Nice. So we got a lot of. How old are you, Rush? 39, 40, 38?
41.
Who's 40? Okay. So we got no one to represent the 30s here.
Good.
We got 40, 50, 60.
Youth, you know when you get old when you start saying youth is wasted on young. My training partners lately are all in their 20s,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't be able to hang with any
Or
of us.
I wish I had this when I was younger.
Yeah.
Or I wish I didn't.
Let's see. Let's move this.
when I'm doing that. Does that hurt? Yeah. Can you go thumbs up?
How so?
Like here. Try that for a second. Tell me if it feels any different. Yes or no?
A little better, yeah.
We are doing shoulders today.
We're training legs.
Can't you tell?
No, I'm only joking.
Second set. Ooh, man.
You see, there's a lot of talking and joking around, but we're constantly moving.
Oh, definitely.
My shoulders have
It's on the 15s. No, give me the thing here.
Oh,
The 20s.
Yeah, you always, that's not real workouts. Like, what do you think in the gym? Everybody's like this? Like YouTube? No, man, talk. That's why I like the show. Because, you know, say we're basically on a mic.
Come on.
He can get his shoulders up higher than I can, right here. Right next to the giant.
Let's go. Who's up?
Yeah.
Who's up? It's a bench here. It's a bench free.
Right. Oh.
Nice. Come on.
There we go.
What?
I dropped the 80.
You dropped an 80?
Today on my toe.
Where? At the Devs?
I know today here I put it down.
Did you really?
And I gave the other one to you. That one bounced and came out to my foot.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I was trying to act cool before the video.
Bench. Isn't it funny sometimes if you're trying to max lift?
Oh.
Do a max lift and you have a camera on you, you'll do it. Right? Isn't it funny? It's like you put it on the spot.
You go.
This is an interesting question. Any ab or core exercises for someone who is postpartum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, first I think, you give them the
Well,
extra
it's
that we
not
did this week, but I like vacuums for postpartum.
Yeah, I do like it. It depends. There's something called diastasis recti, which is where you're going to see that abdominal wall split a bit. And if you have that, I think you want to be careful about the amount of abdominal work that you're doing. I think you want to focus a lot more on breath work, diaphragmatic breathing. It's not the correct term, but like belly breathing, right? But yeah, if you're healthy and you haven't had that splitting, I would really start with some plank work, some side plank work, blend in there, and then you get like a Rosh. And I love doing things like hanging knee raises and Copenhagen planks and all that stuff. Like, I think it really depends on how much. First off, congratulations, that's fantastic. But there's a lot of splitting going on there, so you got to be careful.
Anything you can do that is not causing pain, discomfort. A classic crunch, laying on your back and just not sitting up, but a crunch. Just bring your shoulder blades up is a killer.
I made Don do crunches the first time in 25 years.
He's telling me about it. Still sore.
Also remember, you do certain exercises, you're engaging your core. Just try to do a push down with triceps and tell me how your core feels as well on that. Just you don't realize that a lot of have to stabilize exercises. Just utilizing your core. Squats.
Someone's asking, what age group can do your kind of workouts? Somebody says they're 14 years old.
Tone's like in his 70s, so we're fine doing that.
One again, so I think we're done.
Are we AMRAP or we done?
I did 4.
I did 4 too.
What do you want to do?
Good questions, guys.
You want the AMRAP one?
I'll do anything.
My kids are 13 and 14. Listen, there's some argument here. Mike Boyle, one of the greatest strength coaches ever, says, 12 years old, you can probably start with some athletic-based stuff. If you're really young, jump, throw, carry, do specific things, sprint, use your body's mechanics. I don't have a problem, though, 14, 15, getting into resistance training. I played a little safer. I just don't want to, that's less about stunting your growth and that garbage, but I think it's more about teaching the children, let them play. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids should be playing and having fun. If they want to get in and do it, absolutely. But with my kids, I'm not sitting there designing programs for them. I want them to play and have fun. And I think that approach has enabled them to want to come in a little bit more and ask questions. So, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he started when he was 13, right?
Yeah. Frank's growth hasn't stunted.
I think the most important thing is learning to eat properly when you're that age and not trying to break any records of weight because you will hurt yourself.
All right,
So,
How many did, Frank?
I don't know.
Not a lot.
Enough where my delts are world class. Enough to put them on the cover of 500 magazines.
Yeah.
What? Huh? So when I started at 13, we didn't have the internet, obviously. We had Muscle Fitness Flex magazine, and I used to follow the routines of champion bodybuilders, and I had no idea what I was doing. And as far as diet, I thought a pound of bologna would put a pound of muscle on me. And I ate constantly. I worked at a deli. I ate cold cuts.
I did the
I
same
trained
thing.
chest and arms
I used to
every
go to
other
Subway.
day.
I used to go to Subway and ask for double meat turkey, and I thought that was like good.
Yeah,
And you know what? It was for that time.
I don't know how much size mortadella puts on it.
You know what Kevin Laverne used to eat in the beginning? He was eating like 2 hot dogs at the hot dog stand and ice cream post-workout. That's how he got
Dexter
big.
never ate.
No.
So yeah, so I mean, I did upper body, chest, and bodies every other day. So I mean, you have all this information out there. You know, you should definitely consult your doctor before you start a new program. You should have underlying health issues.
Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi's my doctor.
Yes. You know, whatever routine Tone does, please use in conjunction with a proper diet nutrition program.
My diet is I don't diet. I just eat whatever, once a day.
Once a day, you eat?
Probably.
Everybody's different, yeah. You know, Greg Plitt, too. He had an interesting diet. You know?
I also trained his ass
I'm
off.
not a foodie though.
Have an English.
You know, dude, Greg also trained his ass off. He also held, he got incredible. Greg had one of the better physiques I've seen. You know? God, that's
Definitely.
just all, he was phenomenal. But
Readelt after this?
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You want to do them here? You want to do
Let's
them
do something different. You want to do cable? You want to do a rope? You want to do
I got no problem doing either or.
You want to do a rope?
anything you want.
Yeah.
The face pull, we can
Yeah.
yeah, one, two, three of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Face pulls.
Yeah, we can do. We have one rope. We can set up a rope and
Whatever, yeah.
we can set up a rope with 2 handles.
Yeah, that works.
I don't mind that.
I like doing the abs with the 2 handles.
Yeah.
It's like the rope is my.
Frank, how do you want to do it?
I'm gonna do bent over, man.
So,
What's that?
I'm gonna do it hand.
So either yeah, or one standing or on one knee, whatever works for you. Again, there's different variations. Of
So one's
this.
good if you dumbbell.
So I like this one too. I never did that. I never.
I do them like this.
Yeah. This is how I, yeah,
Yeah, that's how I- that's how I
Either
like
that or on one knee.
Yo, actually, I think I feel like we should superset.
Well, we are Supermen, so.
No, I'm
So it's not doing a superset.
You go. There you go.
All right, let's see. Alexandra says, "Are there any shoulder exercises you would try to avoid?" Is that just? I guess it just depends on.
Arnold
What
presses
you need,
going
huh?
as heavy as you possibly can. I see too much of that. I see guys doing very heavy weight, loading their shoulder. Do you agree with me, Frank?
Yeah, I don't like for beginners like you know,
That over?
push presses too are a little tricky unless you master, you know, the press and stuff a little hard.
Yeah.
Any Olympic lifting, whatever you do, start light until your form's down pat. I did what Dr. Jordan Shallow said that, right? That was his advice. He said, master the exercise first. Do a lot of reps.
Yep. Everything I do, I start.
One thing I wish I knew was that the rotator cuff is actually a muscle. So rehab is rehabilitation when you're injured. But if you guys don't have an injury and you do rehab exercises, you strengthen that rotator cuff. Prehab. You're less likely to get injured, and it gives you more power.
I like prehab.
I didn't know the rotator cuff was a muscle. I thought it was like a tendon or something when I was growing up.
Rehabilitation.
That's huge. That's a huge one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Frank taught me that.
If I heard, I was deep in thought in my set. Every set. Yeah, certain things I'll
That's our thing.
I don't do those. I do a different variation. There you go. Come on.
What's going to do back there?
I was doing bent over laterals. I like these. Don't really go heavy with these either. It's more of a reps.
Morgan, can you be more specific with that question?
What's that?
Oh no, I'm just seeing some questions you guys have. Let's see.
I switched it up, Josh.
Any advice on modifications for hypermobility in the shoulders and elbows for things like that for the shoulder press?
That's all Don. Don will give you good answers on that.
Talk to Don.
Don taught me a lot in that, actually.
You know, so hypermobility, it's gonna sound a little funny, but mobility is a combination of flexibility and stability. So if you're hyper flexible, you probably need stability, right? So if you're all over the place and you can't stabilize, you need stability. And what's gonna get you stable? Things like carries, your shoulder presses. Like I would farmer walk the crap out of someone. I would just, literally a farmer walk is a moving plank. And I would just try and create as much tension in that shoulder, and I would still overhead press. And bottom up press is fantastic.
I couldn't do one of these. What would you have me doing with?
We started with an 8, and then within like 24 hours, Arash was pressing like a 20. Like it was ridiculous because he's strong. He just didn't really have that. You know, he wasn't used to balancing weight in that position. So he's got plenty of stability.
Come on, we'll go there, Don. Let's go.
All right. Good questions, guys.
Great question.
Love this. We're helping people out today.
But yeah, that bottom up press, that's magic. You get strong with that press, everything's gonna get strong.
Nice.
Shout outs from Ukraine.
Hey guys.
Hope everything's okay over there. Let's see. What we got?
Wolves. That's what your parents said, wolves?
Yes.
Let's see. Questions.
You're definitely walk quick on this.
Yeah.
You know? At 10, I'm dying.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, this is an interesting question. If you have any advice for someone who plays a sport with mouth guards and is having trouble breathing, any like breathing techniques?
Probably breathing with the mouth.
During the training of the mouth guard?
Yeah, I think so.
Did they just get started?
They just said they play a
Are you on
sport.
the bench?
Right, Morgan? You were saying you play a sport with mouth guards in.
Here, take.
I think they got to get used to it and build their endurance, but
I would walk around with this.
yeah. Let's see if they've been doing it long. I think they just started out because honestly, I don't know the tricks.
For me, yeah.
When I played football, martial arts, Don played hockey. I mean, with the mouth guard, you just got to get used to it, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any techniques?
No,
I mean, breathing out of your nose is tough.
Yeah.
But if you practice that, you'll be a beast.
It's like
Talk about how we used to tape our mouth shut.
Yeah, Don
Ooh,
had me
that's
take my mouth shut doing cardio. I thought I was gonna die, but there's a lot of benefits from nose breathing.
Oh my God, learning to breathe out of your nostrils. I would like, I'm not telling people to do this, but I did it and it definitely helped.
Do you do it when you sleep? Do you tape your mouth shut?
I tried it. I got a mouth guard now when I sleep.
It was hard during COVID. You had to wear a mask through hot yoga.
Oh.
The hospital.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's like being,
That's reason not to do it.
need to do that.
I stopped for a while. I got hurt. Whatever injuries, but
Where
I
you
go
go?
2-3 times a week.
Where?
East of Talkit,
I'd like to.
April 22nd. Done. Can I do a paper cutout again?
Oh,
Perfect. Paper cutout.
I feel good about that. I'll call one from Turks.
Wait.
Give my voice.
Order.
Oh my God.
No,
We are in New York. That's where we're coming from.
3 times a week. What's April 22nd?
Coming to you live from New York, baby.
Live Bikram yoga. thing.
Long Island.
There's one by me.
Before Don was leaving. Otherwise,
I've been to one.
I like Don's jokes.
Yeah, it's really good.
But she already set it up, so I figured he was gonna know it was on.
I was there about a month ago. At that one, I like it.
Are we
I think shoulders is done.
Come with you one of these times.
April 22nd.
You want me to film for you?
Shoulders is done.
Sure, definitely, yeah. Bring Maria.
Wow.
What are you eating?
Snickers ball.
What are we doing now?
What is that?
You guys call it.
A Snickers ball, bro.
Are we doing anything else or are we done?
So,
Do you guys want to see anything else?
at the end, I don't know, I just do this out of habit, but I don't know, I usually use 20s, 25, what, we have 20s?
How do all your shoulders feel, by the way?
So, I usually do these just
I don't
at
even do no chest.
the end of my
We should
workout.
do like an arm movement, like a
I
chest
kinda-
and bicep.
My triceps.
I know that, you know, it's politically,
I think we should be done then.
I usually just do like a bunch of these. At the end of my workout, I do 4, 5.
Okay.
Start out, 1, side,
This is called showing off.
Oh, this is what I do.
Because Cohen wasn't Cohen's idea.
He's eating a Snickers.
Cohen's eating a Snickers bar.
So
Frank's coming here eating donuts.
I just cut the reps.
For five, you blow, I guess. Oh, that looks like a late night
You
party.
gotta cut that Metallica shirt.
I'm doing it right after this.
But you know, Ross, usually do 10, 10, and 10, but just for time's sake, just to show
You
you the
did
vibe.
this, right?
Yeah, it's really light.
So you do 10 of
So
those.
really nice
Right.
material.
You do 10 of those, and what you do? 10 of what?
10 side, 10 front raise. For 30 reps.
That's a really nice material, by the way. I'm cutting on my back this. So you did curl the press, side raise, front raise. What
That's
else?
a burn. That's it, 30. It should be 10, 10, and 10. Look what we got. The official Olympia jacket.
I'll do myself.
Look at this, like James Brown. Too hot, so hot, too hot.
Here we go.
He's heavy for
Look at that. Don doing his set. OlympiaGear.com. Here we go. First he pumps up in the jacket, then he goes to the club.
I like that jacket. I don't even have one of those.
How long have you guys been going to the gym? That's a good. We get that a
I
lot.
think I'm at least 28 years.
I walked into a gym when I was 15, and the guy was like, "Do you want the fireman or the police special?" And I go, "Dude, I'm 15." Yeah. So, for those of you like, "Oh, you look much younger than you do," I just looked older back then. Gyms?
36 years?
35 years.
35
Yeah,
years.
35 years.
28, 35. Done?
15. So what is that now? It's 30 years.
30 years. Yeah. When I went to the gym back then, it was wasn't like it was here. It was a free for all. People were punching each other in the face and fighting and slamming things. No
The Barbarian
cameras.
Brothers.
If you went up to somebody and said, "Oh man, you got no legs," before you know it, you were laying on the floor because nobody cared. There was no cameras. You know, it was just a different.
There was no one in the background filming their squat.
You doing another set?
Yeah. Bro, you don't know about volume.
How many reps did we do on the leg press yesterday? Seriously.
No, I'm joking.
Five?
That last set we did 110.
Oh, that's
So maybe
awesome.
500 reps.
Easily.
Maybe 400.
I can't move my legs.
You know what it is? It's always do different things too. We were
let me see.
walking
Who
around
do
the
we got?
backyard with that weight on our back.
Dude, you should see what we did here. We did we brought bars out and plates. We were doing step ups on the rock with like almost 3 bills on, and then we started walking around the whole perimeter with the 300 on our back. Dude, I was like, at one point I'm turning, I'm looking at Frank. He's like, go around again. I'm like, I'm sitting there shaking. I'm like, I can't do it.
You know what my favorite thing to do is? Barbell walking lunges outside.
Fantastic.
You know, I like my favorite is step ups, and I
Love
love
those
step ups
I've
because
never done this.
like I
It
said,
actually felt really good at it.
I used to see
100 pounds?
when The Rock was wrestling with WWE, WWF at the time. He used to come from Nassau Coliseum to bets. He had like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and he would do step ups. And I was like, man, I never did those. Let me try it.
I think they're
And I was- I
definitely
like it.
underrated.
I've never done
You can bust your ass big time though if you don't know what you're doing.
it. How much weight?
Just on the bench. I've never gone higher than 315.
Who's up?
I don't even know if I could do that.
Any? All right. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, finish this. Just do 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll end it.
And then we got another one. Tips for someone who's just starting out trying to lose weight.
Diet.
Consistency. No big excuses.
Show up every day.
Cocaine?
Try to do something good every single day. Let the good outweigh the bad.
Especially when you
Run
don't
around
want
the
to.
world.
Like Forrest Gump.
You know what though, Frank? You get more hungry when you work out.
Yeah,
I
it's
tell
true.
you what, like we're talking about,
So you gotta be careful.
we all used to overtrain. I don't know if you want to call it, but we used to train a lot when we were kids, and we would eat a lot, but we would be consistent with our training.
That's called lack of knowledge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, who's this? Allie? Yeah.
Do 80 sets of curls.
Also,
You don't know
Allie,
that.
make sure you do it. You know, if on the days you don't want to go, you just do something. And you know,
There are days when I don't want to,
Yeah.
like the other day, I didn't feel like
That's
doing
your
it.
best day.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
give you an idea. I didn't feel like training the other day.
If you push through, you feel so good about yourself because you did something you didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And then the other days are cake after that.
Well, the other day I didn't feel like doing legs. I sat on a leg extension. I'm like, all right, I have to do squats or anything else. I wound up doing about 20 sets of leg extensions. Just to kind of like get back in the flow and everything, get my mindset.
Okay.
Just remember why you're training. You know. Come on, Don.
Oh yeah, this is.
Check out my Saladino shirt. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
DonSaladino.com. It's cut perfectly. Look at that. The perfect cut.
DS.
Look at that.
De-escalate.
DS.
You know, I see this comment a few times on our lives, but people always talk about getting over judgmental stares, like at the gym. I think that's in your head. A lot of people. I don't know what you guys think,
Listen,
but I
when you're
think
300 pounds and you walk through the mall or the diner or whatever, the majority of people aren't used to seeing that, and the other people with their girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever have to call it out because either jealousy or some other problem that they have. But you can't let that bother you.
Listen, if you're in
slow.
there,
Right?
if you're in there, and let's say your body composition is in a bad place, let's say, I'm looking at you with the highest level of respect because you're actually showing up and putting an effort in. In fact, if you came to me in the gym and asked me a question, I'd be happy to help in any which way. So I think we all agree on that. When we see someone in there and they're putting the time in and they're trying to work themselves out of a place that might not be where they want to be, we all look at that with respect. So anyone else who's judging you, tell them to come talk to us.
Yeah.
You know, and not to sound like an ass here, they're definitely not on our level. So who are they to turn around? Who is anyone to turn around and pass judgment?
Whenever I see somebody in the gym make fun of somebody who's there for the first time, obviously, or overweight or whatever,
Makes me angry.
I always try to make them feel comfortable. I'll smile at them. They ask me a question, I'll answer it. It's the people who have to say something who are the most insecure of people. You know, I mean, the people in there are legitimately trying to work out. They should be encouraged and motivated. So put your headphones on, block out the noise, and just do you. Who cares about what everybody else says and does?
I think that if you go in there and you worried about other people, then you can't focus on you. At the end of the day, you came in there by yourself. You leave by yourself. Like whatever you're doing, you can't allow another person to distract you from your goals. So you going in the gym, your goals is to get right. Yo, I don't care if you're 500 pounds. Don't focus on you. No, you don't owe nobody nothing. They don't go home with you. They don't pay your bills.
What's
gotta
that
say
saying?
you.
What's that saying about that person too who's passing judgment?
Yeah, like you should use that as motivation.
also
Everybody's
a lot of
trying to
people
figure
are
out
just
who that
focusing
is.
on them. You know what I mean?
I'll give
Most
you this,
people.
a little bit of experience myself. So back in, let's go, 98, 99, Dorian Yates won, I don't know how many Olympias, 5, 6 Olympias, right? And they put me in,
Right?
Lee Haney did 8, yeah, Lee Haney's the best. They put me on the cover of the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding in a small picture of Dorian Yates. Do you know how much blowback I got because you never won pro show, you never won pro, and your picture's on the cover of that? Yeah, people were furious.
Jealousy.
And I was like, if I even gave that a little bit of, anything, it would just eat me up inside. Every time you're on cover, anytime you're in something, people always have to say something. People will always have to say, even when you're the top guy on stage, Mr. Olympia, they'll say, he needs a little bit more leg. He needs 8-time Mr. Olympia. Ronnie Coleman used to get, negative comments. And the guy was the best bodybuilder in the worworld.
Where was Ronnie laughing? I'm honestly not
People are
educated
like, well,
enough.
his waist could have been a little leaner. Like, yeah, if I had wings, I could fly.
It's too good.
Like,
Yo, the bottom line is block out the noise, block out the stairs. Go
Totally.
in there, do what you gotta do, leave, and that's it.
But also remember, when the person asks the judgmental stares, turn that around in your head and tell
Use it as
yourself,
motivation.
tell yourself those are not judgmental stares.
The sun is coming out.
Those are insecure stares.
Yep.
No one that's truly secure and happy with themselves will speak ill or be ill towards another. So just understand that person is unhappy with themselves and they're projecting their own shit onto you.
you gotta get into a mental zone. You think Michael Jordan, won 6 championships and MVPs, people that have something to say. But yeah, block out the noise. Surround yourself with positive people. Are we done? Let's all get in for a group here. We gotta get some group pictures.
I want a group pic too.
All right, great advice. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for the
We
questions.
love you.
Rob, should we drop? Thank you.
Oh, you gotta get the picture.
Here, ready?
Should we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want me?
do we need to
Ending right
drop,
now.
Do we need to drop the curtain.